Hello, everybody. Welcome to the CBSI comicbookinvest.com Hot 10 list. I am Brian McClay from Tales from the Flip Side. Of course, I'm joined by the one and only Ben Stein, the writer of the Hot 10 list, and the Mighty Mel V. Say hello, everybody.
What's going on? What's going on, people?
What's up?
For all those people in the chat tonight, if you can guess Ben Stein's background screen, we might have a little goodie for you. So we're not going to say what it is. We're not going to let you know. But if we see it in the chat, whoever sees it first, we'll contact you. So
yeah, it's not just guessing where I'm at. It's actually a scene from a movie. So that's what all my backdrops are going to be from now on, is scenes from movies.
Yeah, a little fun interaction. We love you guys in the chat, and we appreciate your guys' patronage. So here we go. We're going to get on to the list this week. We want to give a big shout out to the Bird City crew, facebook.com/Bird City. They weren't able to make it tonight. So we just want to say we see you guys. Much love, and we'll see you next week. So
much love to Bird City.
Yeah, make sure you guys go check them out. But before we get started into the list, make sure you guys go check out Mel's YouTube channel, the one and only Mighty Mel V, and It's Drunken Chat Son on Instagram. But you got a little news for everybody, right, Mel?
Yeah. So in my quest for doing the craziest thing possible, I'm going to be working on a drunken box. But it's not like any other box. It's not like where you pay a subscription fee, you get one every month. No. This is going to be totally free. And it's going to have a value of, I'm hoping, depending on my CGC grades, of at least bare minimum $500. Woo! Now we're gonna talk about this more on the Nexus Drunken Chat, but of course going to be some parameters to go along with unlocking this box for this one lucky winner. So, but I'm telling you, the box is going to be totally worth it. I mean, and it's for free. All you got to do is just follow specific parameters. I'm not going to make you go shoot somebody in the corner, nothing like that. just simple parameters just for tuning in and watching the show. So just stay tuned. You're going to see what's going on. But I promise you, based on these CGC grades and based on a whole bunch of other things that's going to go on, this box is going to be the box to destroy all other boxes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
Make sure you guys check out the It's Drunken Chat Son tonight. I believe you guys are going to be doing some stuff.
Yeah, most likely. More than likely. 98.8%.
So keep an eye on Mel's YouTube channel. Go subscribe. Make sure you guys go follow It's Drunken Chat Son on IG, and keep your eyes open for some goodies.
And also, we're going to be going to another YouTube, but again, that's going to be news later on down the line. So but stick with this YouTube for now, and then we're gonna probably switch it over. But we'll talk about that later.
Amen. All right, we're going to get into the list this week. We're going to go ahead and get started. So here we go. The first book this week is honorable mention number 1, and that's Scoop Comics, a Golden Age book. Let us know about this book here a little bit, man.
Yeah, Scoop Comics number 2. First of all, this is another just bizarre cover. I mean, I'm not sure what this dude's doing. Like, he went to like a dinner party and just decided to jump in the lake with a sea monster. I'm not sure what's he got going on. He's using his left arm as like he's, I don't know, like he's got like an iron arm or something, stabbing in the neck. I mean, it's crazy looking cover, but a CBCS 2.0 with a detached cover and a detached centerfold sold this week for $3,100.
What?
Yeah.
What year did this book come out?
Like 1945, 46, something like that.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So the closest kind of comparable that I could find was a CGC 1.0 sold in 2016 for $350. So, yeah, that's quite a quite a difference. And this was a CBCS as well, so they don't generally bring as much money, but this one did.
It's a cool cover. I like it. I hate to say it, I like it. It's goofy enough. This is gonna sound crazy, but I'm a big fan of the golden age, of Hollywood type 1930s, 1940s type era movies, and that's kind of what that whole outfit there reminds me of. Man, it's like walking back in time. So, and hey, I'm a big fan of Loch Ness Monster too, so I get it.
Hey, do you think the way they got Scoop Comics reminds you of Punch Comics?
A lot.
Like,
I wouldn't be surprised if they were going for that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks just like it. I don't know which one came out first or anything like that, but it reminded me of that. I saw that and I was like, ooh, that looks like a Punch Comics logo.
Yeah, it looks almost exactly like it.
This is totally out of my wheelhouse, but whenever I'm digging in boxes, I actually found a couple of old. I had put a couple of romance comics, and the reason why I bought this romance comic, it was like at a Midtown warehouse sale, for 30 cents. It was this girl like crying, she looked crazy, and it looks like older sister's kissing a man or something. It just looked crazy. I forgot what book it was, but I'll bring it up next week. But that shit was crazy. But this one, it's cool.
I like it. I like it a lot. We're gonna move on to our next golden age or next honorable mention. Now, this is a fun one, Everglade Angels. This is a new book, but it's got some interesting stories on maybe how it's been put out. I don't think we're 100% sure yet, but I love this cover. I love this cover.
Yeah, so this is the first issue of this series, and so the information that I could find was that this initially was sold as on Indiegogo as a self-release thing from Scout. But this was like last year. This was like late fall, something like that, when this came out. And this is the cover that apparently went to the supporters. But reading Matt DeVoe's day after, he said that this was a secret variant that was showing up on shelves. So I don't know if they maybe just gave these out, or if this is if they're like, oh, we overprinted and we're just going to throw some in with the orders. I don't really know how this came to be, but it is selling like crazy. I mean, it's a $100 book. 2 days after it came out. So
I went to Midtown this Wednesday, try to look for them. Not now, one on the shelf, and I asked one of the managers, "Yo, you pulled this?" He's like, "Nah, we never got any of." I'm like, "All right, I believe him."
I love the homage to old school VHS tapes. I love the little horror sticker on the bottom. I love the design of the cover. It's total old school VHS tapes.
I mean, I actually want to. It's definitely one of my things to read. The premise sounds pretty good. I mean, the covers look great, so I want to give it a shot. It's definitely Scout Comics. James Hake, definitely a good friend of mine, so I definitely want to check it out. Show some support for the book. Excuse me.
Cool.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Scout Comics and James, big shout out. And we see you. We see what you're doing. You guys are doing some good stuff. So, all right. On to the meat and potatoes of the list this week. And number 10. I'm probably how to do this the right way, but let's do it.
Ooh, you fancy.
Ooh. So
yeah,
we're still learning how to do this, but hopefully you guys can hear us when those little animations go on. So let me know if you guys can hear us when the animation is on the screen, and I'll know that we're good to go. But number 10 this week, Sonic the Hedgehog, and this is a sweet cover. I love this cover. I had no clue about it, but old school video games, and I love the little Go Sega on the bottom. Tell us a little about this book.
Yeah, so this is the annual. This is the 2020 annual, and this is the 1 in 10 variant from Tracy Yardley. If you didn't notice, this is actually an $8 cover price. So I can't imagine that many smaller stores ordered a bunch of copies of a Sonic the Hedgehog annual for $8 cover price, but it is selling for like $30 to $40. So it's 3 to 4x ratio right now. Like I said, 2 days out. So it's doing very, very well to start.
Shout out to Andy Tomlin. I would never thought about this cover unless he told me about it. And again, there were 2 between all 3 midtowns this week. And I could see if they do something with the character, I could see this going up. So I did pick up one. I'm throwing it in the back of the box somewhere, or I might get drunk and give it away, whichever one goes first. But there definitely weren't a lot out there when I went on my hunt this Wednesday.
Yeah, I don't know how much long term some of these Sonic books are, kind of hold their value or anything like that. But as of right now, it's selling. But again, I don't know how many people are actually reading these or looking for these long term.
I like the character's design, that's for sure. I'm a fan of the design. I don't know much about the story, but it's definitely something that might bring somebody in. They see that design, that character, and they want to learn more about it. So I like it. I was always a big fan of like Faker and He-Man and like those robotic characters, like those type of things. So I'm looking forward to learning more about this book. But all right, on to the next book in the list. And number 9 this week is Runes of Ravencroft, number 1. And I think this is a Carnage. What's going on with this?
Yeah, this is the second print. It kind of basically just jumped from cover price to $50. There was I noticed it has to do with this Cortland Cassidy character that's on the cover here. Some kind of ancient, like this is, I guess, he's basically from like 400 years ago or something like that. And apparently Donny Cates was wanting to use him coming up or something like that with the Null storyline. I think the price jumped because I think some people were under the impression, based on Comic-Con numbers, that there was like only 800 copies of this out there. But I have talked to multiple retailers with Diamond accounts, and they said that before this thing was kind of, I don't want to say pumped, but before people actually started, when the price went from $4 to $50, somewhere in between there, these were available still from Diamond, like 15, 16, 1,700 copies. And that was after they'd already been ordered, reordered, and then reordered. So there are thousands of this book out there, not 800. So if people think that there's only 800 copies and that's why they're trying to spend a bunch of money thinking they're going to hit the jackpot, that's not the case. And
listening to Gary Nusser and Nico on the Breakfast Club, they definitely spoke about this book, and they said this was his like great uncle or great grandfather, whoever he is going to play a big role in some upcoming Null books. And there is a 1 in 25 of the issue 1, which might be rarer than this second print, maybe.
Probably. And I'm not going to hate on Donny Cates, but this seems, when you start backdating, when you continually backdate characters and retcon them, this character's dead right now. So there is no live character of this. So everybody's spent, look at this cool character. Well, remember, he did the same thing with Dylan Brock too. He's like, Dylan Brock's going to be the next big thing, and now it's 2.5 years later, and there's absolutely nothing going on with Dylan Brock.
I definitely wouldn't count on Dylan Brock though.
So,
definitely.
This character has basically never been in a comic, shows up and is dead. So, how much do you really want to start pouring into it? I don't know.
And my boy Lucas Fashida was definitely breaking it down to me on last week's show. Also, I was like, I don't want to know about this guy. Then I heard that he showed me the Null part. I was like, can he come back as a super symbiote? Maybe. That piqued my interest. Like, all right, we'll see what happens.
It's an interesting take on a story, but I don't know. Some of these stories about characters that have supposedly been there for 400 or 500 years, and all of a sudden are just now showing up and have had zero impact forever. Just seems strange, to me. But
well, it'll be interesting to see what happens with. I know that all the movies have been pushed back and there's a lot of delays going on, but if they start ramping up the characters' lineage and all that stuff, or people that are involved with the character, we'll see what happens. So, who knows? All right, on to number 8 this week, which is a fun book. This is Inhumans number 5 from the Paul Jenkins run back in the day. I think this is part of the I know part of the Marvel Knights run. What's going on?
Yeah, so it popped up this week that Yelena Belova is definitely going to take over Black Widow in the MCU. That apparently the people in charge are extremely happy with how she did in the Black Widow movie, and they want to use her going forward. So this got hot last year. It 9/8 jumped up to 300. It kind of fell back to around 150, but it's now back up close to 300 again this week. It's weird when you look at the labels on the CGC cases for this. It will say first appearance of Yelena Belova, face not shown, or something like that. And then if you look at the CBCS label, it says first appearance of Yelena Belova, Black Widow. Doesn't say anything about face not shown. Anybody who thinks that Black Widow 1 is the first appearance, she's in probably 10, 12, 14 panels in this book. She has speaking lines. Basically, she's a part of this book. So if you're going to try and pick between this one and Black Widow 1, I would go with this one.
I had 2 in the cart when it first announced, and I got sidetracked or I got lazy. It had nothing to do with drinking, but something happened, and I was like, this character never take off again.
I just came across the Wizard preview I think it's for Marvel Knights where she's involved. I know there's been some talk about that book lately. There was talk about it when it first got announced, but that book can be found in crazy, back issue bins or old Wizard magazines. So keep your eye out for that.
Cool.
All right, on to number 7 this week, and it's an old friend. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 4, the Ramos variant. This is first appearance of Silk, getting even hotter by the day, I imagine, with all the other news of the characters that are getting hot. So,
yeah, this is a repeat from last week, and I kept it right at the same spot. 9/8 copies this week are now mid 600s. Yeah, yeah, right, Mel. I mean, why do we not buy this?
I got a story. I got a story for this one.
Let's hear it.
I had one sold for $100, and that's the hell with Silk. But
at least it wasn't the Land Spider-Gwen variant.
Oh, I had 2 of those.
I know, that's why I brought it up. Oh man, I like this book. I've always liked the play on Silk, not for it being a big character, but just because those books were so cheap for the longest amount of time compared to Spider-Gwen and some of the other characters, but not anymore.
I do like that Stacey Lee variant.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's some other really good Silk variants out there.
Yeah, I like it.
That Stacey Lee one's really nice. That cosplay one is really hard to get.
Yeah.
What is that? She's like a famous cosplayer, right?
Yeah, that one and the Squirrel Girl one.
Yeah, those are tough.
Some of those cosplay variants are absolutely horrendous, but some of them are really good, man. And the good ones are probably a little bit harder to find.
I think the Black Panther one, that was one that just made me spit my wine across the tea. I was like, I said, "Don't you fucking dare put this out." Don't you fucking dare. And he did it.
I feel that way about the Riri, the first appearance of Riri, the normal cover on that Mary Jane face, man. Woo! But anyways, we'll go ahead and move on to number 6 this week because we talked about this one quite a bit. Number 6 this week. This is a fun one. We've talked about this one too, but I really like the spec play on this book. I think this is one of those perfect Storm books. As a matter of fact, Mel, you were one of the people that talked about this, saying how it reminded you a lot of the Thanos 13,
and the Mortal Hulk too.
Yeah, so
I put my head down because again, I think I told the story last week. I had one on eBay, $85. Negotiate with the guy for over $5. I was like, yeah, give it me for 80. He's like, nah, I can't do it. I'll get it with the 75. No, I won't. No, I won't.
Yeah. This is now this is 200.
200 easy.
Yeah. Now this is 200.
This is the story of my life. I'm not a great speculator.
Hey, I'm the worst. I'm the worst as far as speculation is concerned. I'm the worst. I can't. Even the ones that I pick up, I'm like, nah, I don't really want to get rid of it. I'd rather just keep it. But
I'm going to end up paying eBay prices for this because I'm trying to. I talked to several people. They're not letting them go. Damn it! I'm going to have to pay $200 for this book.
I love the cover is growing on me more and more. I really like it now. I liked it to begin with, but I really love this cover now. And you never know. Again, Cates is up and down. I mean, he's super popular. He's changing the game, but I know some people are a little weary of it. But he's bringing excitement back into the hobby. And you can't fault anybody for doing that.
I mean, this whole run so far, I think this is they probably go down to one of the better Thor runs of all time.
And I'm all for that. I like Thor. I thought that God of Thunder run was one of the best storylines out of comics in the last 15 years when it came out. So
you only like this cover, and you only like Thor because of his hair. Come on.
Did I look like Laura there?
Come on. We're gonna get a McClay cosplay of Thor.
Yeah. When there's a McClay cosplay, then that's a wrap, son.
Shout out to Laura and Anthony.
Yeah, big shout out to Laura and Anthony. As you guys can tell, they bring the fun to the show. So we love them and we miss them, and we can't wait to see them next week. So make sure you guys go check out the Bird City crew, and of course make sure you guys go check out Mel's channel. And also more than anything, we appreciate everybody in the chat tonight and everybody that's going to check out all this stuff. So let's go ahead and what do you say we get back into the list? And this next book is a doozy. This is a book we've talked about a lot. And the thing that always comes to mind when I see this book, which is Hawkman number 4, the original from the original run, I believe, back in the 60s. If this is the first appearance of Zatanna, if this has Zatanna on the cover, game, set, match. I mean, this book would be absolutely horrendously expensive right now.
Yeah, we talked about this on CBSI's Tales from the Flip Side show on Monday, and yeah, I mean, if it would be triple the price. But an 8.0 of this sold this week for $14.50, which is way higher than an all-time. The all-time high before, I think, for an 8.0 might have been 1,100, 12, something like that. It was the sale was way higher than the previous all-time high. So. But basically the speculation was, I guess somebody said, hey, Zatanna's going to have a movie, and sent that to Gail Simone. And I guess either she might be writing or doing something with Justice League Dark or something like that. And she kind of gave it a wink or something like that on Twitter. And so that wasn't I don't think it was a complete confirmation, but it was a pretty solid confirmation. I guess.
Yeah.
They gotta have the right actress to play Zatanna.
Yes.
And I think the rumors that the actress that everybody wants, that Daddario, she is, in my opinion, just based on looks alone, she fits that role perfect. Her eyes.
Who's Daddario?
Yeah.
Did you see True Detective?
No, I missed
first.
out on this.
Okay. What else was she in?
Hey, I'll pull her up. Her name's Alexandra Daddario. Let me pull up a picture of her real quick. Here we go. She like Ben said, she was in. There we go. There you go.
She was in I know her.
Yeah,
I know her.
she seems like a really great pick for that role. And if rumors continue to grow, maybe she'll have a chance. I like it. But you're right. I think they have to pick the right person for the role for that character. And if they do,
she like great value Katy Perry.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
The great value.
Chris
yes.
Mazajowski said she was in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Thank you, Christopher. Thank you for that. I know her for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yes. And she's a beautiful young lady.
Yeah.
She's still great value Katy Perry, but she's a beautiful lady.
I like the Zatanna spec. We talked, like you said, Ben. We did talk about it on CBSI Tales from the Flip Side the other night, and it was a fun show. There are some killer covers out there for Zatanna. Obviously, those Adam Hughes covers, some of the variants. Bolin did the variants. We talked about the Bolin variant where she's wearing the hat and has the cards. I like that cover. So Zatanna spec is great, but it might not.
She just does magic.
Yeah, she's like a magic. She's super powerful too, and she's a great character. Plus, she was a big character in the whole Justice League animated world. You know, the that whole world on the animations and stuff. So people love that character. But, all right, on to number 4 this week. Another oldie but goodie, and Mel will love this one. This is Venom number 3. Not the third print variant. But it is Venom number 3. I like this cover. I wish I would have bought in a while back. It's going to be tough for anybody to buy in now, but hey, you might get lucky. And we were talking before the show a little bit, Mel, that man, Null he's coming. He's coming.
Null, the king. What was it? The King.
Yeah.
The new series coming out called. Damn it! Hold on. The King in Black.
The King in Black.
New series coming out. I don't know if you
let's do this.
Yeah, the King in
Beautiful.
This is gonna be crazy. Everybody's waiting for the Null. I mean, there's no stopping Null right now. There's no stopping Null. And you know me, I got a story. I had 2 9/8 of these, something for like $120. Again, horrible. Horrible.
Well, hey, so I'll break the bad news. 9/8 are now pushing 400.
Oh, but you know what's crazy? The third print is worth more than the first print.
Third print, 500. The 1 in 25, mid 600s.
I had 2 of those too.
I mean, these are, and this is not like a rare book at all. I mean, there's lots of copies out there.
There was a store variant, and I think when they do store variants, they get a lot of those 1 in 25s out there. But still, this whole
there was a Kirkham. It was a Kirkham, right? Store variant.
I do believe Frankie's did one out also, but I'm not 100% sure. But I know Kirkham did one. I think one might have been one more other store that did them. So I mean, the 1 in 25s are out there, but still, this book is Null. Null is not going anywhere, bro.
Yeah,
and this is a great cover. This is a great cover. I love this cover.
Yeah, it is.
With or without Null.
Did they do an homage to this recently? Was there an homage to this with Miles in it or something like that? For some reason, I thought I saw something like that.
Isn't that Miles?
Is that Miles there? Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Okay, I thought there was one with Miles. Boy, I'm showing my my.
Well, I mean, it may or may not be, but
I'm showing my cannabis consumption here. Oh, right. On to number 3 this week. This is another beautiful, gorgeous cover. A book that I really am banging my head that I haven't picked one up yet. What a beautiful cover.
Yeah, so this is cover. Something is killing the children. This is number 8. This is the Jeff Dekal 1 in 25 variant. First of all, 1 in 25 is pretty pretty big for a for like a boom book that's number 8. It's not like it's number 1 or number 2 or anything. I mean, it's number 8. So it's released just this week. They're closing in on 150 for this.
There were 1 in all 3 midtowns.
1
and 1 in all 3 midtowns. And I asked the man, I said, "What about the something to kill?" He said, "We didn't even get one." I was like, and I went to the third. I know the third one wasn't going to have it, but the first one they said they did get it, and it went immediately. And this cover is, I mean, if this series ever gets optioned or takes off, this will be the cover everybody go back to talk about. But like, hey, this cover is it right here.
The number 7 issue had a 1 in 25 as well, and it's selling for well over 100. Yeah, that's selling over 100. The number 1s, the Frizzen variants are selling very well. The regular cover is selling really well. This whole series this whole series is doing extremely well. People that are reading it love it. I haven't been able to. I don't really go to many LCSs on Wednesdays or pick up many. I don't have like a pull list or anything, so I haven't really got to read this yet. I'm waiting for a trade or something. To be able to read it.
Shout out to Supermans. They were on this from day 1, and I told them, I'm not going to read this, but I'm hearing it's amazing.
Yeah,
I haven't read it either.
And 100%, Braden, you're right. The colors on this are absolutely gorgeous. The little hints of the pink as the blood splattering on her knife, and the blues and the white hair. It is awesome. I can see this book moving to the number 1 spot, and just because it's so beautiful. Depends on the story, and from the comments right now, it sounds like the story is very good. I could see this book just blowing up just on looks alone, but if the story is even better, I love it. I want to see what the estimated numbers of this one is going to be. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. All right, now before we get into number 3, this is number 2. This is gonna be a fun little story. And we got some exciting news, all started by the moves that its drunken chat son has been making. And for number 2 on the list this week, the beautiful fraction, the AHA variant for Hawkeye number 9. This is the second print. It's the second print. And this is a beautiful cover. But this is a book that you could have found in a lot of bins over the years, and it is just going crazy right now.
Yeah, Nico mentioned this on our show on Monday. I was completely unaware of. I remember this book kind of like a while ago. People kind of talked about it, and they're like, "Oh, this is pretty cool." And this purple look that it has for the second print. Just kind of pops different than that first print with the red. But I've still figured it was, I didn't really pay attention. They're like $20-25. But Nico said, "Oh no, a copy sold this week for like 150." And I was like, "What?" And I went and looked, and there were multiple sales, well over 100. Anywhere from 100 to 150 for this book this week. I do not know the print run on the second print.
What issue is this?
I know.
Number 9.
Number 9. Hawkeye number 9. This is from the Matt Fraction.
Yeah, why would there be a second print for number 9?
Yeah, I think the cover was just such a good cover, but the whole Kate Bishop thing was growing in this, obviously. But real quick,
the Aja stuff is awesome.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. Oh gosh, I mean those Daredevils that he did. Just incredible. This one is gorgeous. This almost has the, and I don't know if this is kind of partially with it. It kind of has that John Tyler Christopher, that negative area variant, feel to it. It's not, but it has that feel.
Yeah. Real quick, you guys, go do yourself a favor. Watch Tales from the Flip Side, episode 126. It's our most recent episode. And you'll, if you watch the episode, you will hear some, as Mel put it, some parameters for you to win this book as an homage to its drunken chat son and the craziness that Mel does over there. There are some parameters for this book. So go watch episode 126 of Tales from the Flip Side. You have until Monday, this upcoming Monday, to watch it and figure it out. So again, beautiful cover. I really like this book, and again, you can find it out there. Just look for it; you'll find it. Trust me.
Yeah, and before we do number one, nobody guess where I'm at.
Nobody yet.
Nobody. I saw guesses of like Thanos or the scene from Thor. With Odin and Loki and but no, it's none of those. It's actually so I'll just, before we get to number one, it's actually from, and it is, I am old. I'm showing my age. Probably half of the viewers were probably not even alive when this movie came out, because it came out in the 80s. But it was from The Princess Bride, and it is the Cliffs of Insanity is what this is from.
I love it. Well,
I went to the movies to see that. You making me feel shit.
Oh, bro, I'm old, man. Yeah, I mean, I was a teenager when that movie came out. So, yeah, I remember going to the theater and watching it, and I've probably seen that movie 35 times since. It's probably one of my all-time favorites. So that's where I am right now.
Kent said the same thing I said. I thought it was
Highlander. Yeah, and it's probably this area is probably used for multiple movies, because it would be awesome to see in person, but yeah, so that's what it's from.
Keep your eyes open for the following shows, and if you guys can, we'll do a fun trivia thing and some interaction in the future shows. If you guys can guess where Stein's at this week, and maybe we'll do a hashtag of where's Stein this week, and
I like that.
Yeah, and we'll play some fun games with it. So again, keep your eyes on the Tales from the Flip Side channel and
I like that.
CBSI Hot Pen show. Yeah, so we'll see what we can do. Again, we really want to shout out everybody watching tonight. We love the chat. We love when it's lively. We love when you guys are talking, and we appreciate you. On to the book number one this week. This one is very interesting. To me, it came out of nowhere. Don't know much about it. What's going on with this?
Yeah, so we got Invincible Iron Man number 9. This is the Apocalypse variant. It's, yeah, basically a couple weeks ago, this $75 book raw. It's now up to $350 raw.
Raw?
Yeah, raw.
You know what's crazy? Let's just finish. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Ben.
Oh no, I was waiting on Mel.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. Those Age of Apocalypse covers, the whole run, it was amazing. That was just like a little side note I wanted to put out there. Just try to find those covers. Some of them was just fucking awesome.
I'm a big fan of Apocalypse. He's one of my favorite characters. And being said, I should own all these covers, and I don't. And now I'm kicking myself for it, because this is a beautiful cover, and I need to get one.
I mean, so there's several schools of thinking with Riri Williams, and what is her first appearance? Is it 7? Is it 9? It's hard to even tell. Honestly, the covers for 7 are terrible. The cover for 9, the A cover, is terrible. This one, I know you like it, Brian. I know there's a lot of people who think this is terrible. Obviously, this has nothing to do with Riri Williams at all. So I mean, it's just some, it's just random. So I know that I'm afraid, I hate to say it, but if they should have put Riri on the cover. The second print and third prints of 7 and 9 have both been doing well, because they actually put a little circle on the bottom and said, this is Riri Williams in this issue. So I don't know which one to buy. I would say if you're going to, go for Riri Williams, you should probably have both because they're actually both doing well. But this one has kind of skyrocketed this week.
350 raw.
Yeah, 350 raw. Yeah. I think there was. I don't even want to say because I can't remember. There was a 9.8 that sold that was way high. Yeah, I mean it's gone crazy. Number 7, both covers are selling really well. The regular cover for this is selling really well. I think probably people are trying to make sure that they don't miss out like they did on Miles. Is my guess.
Yeah, I agree. I like this cover just like I said, the Apocalypse stuff alone. But if that causes this book to shoot up, then if you have one, congrats on you. But it is one of the darker covers, like Doc Joe says here. It's probably a tough 9.8, but it doesn't matter when they're going for 350 raw. That's a nice little chunk of change that you might be able to make off of this book. So you never know what's going to happen with the character, but it's a cool cover, that's for sure.
Yeah, and just again, thank you everybody. Man, there's a long list here, and we probably should shout out more people. There's Pope, Doc, Josh, Doug, Ben C, Spider, Dekal,
Paul Diggs Comics.
Yeah, Nico, Cool Comic Guy, Collector's Den. Who else is in here? Rain in Threes, Collector's Den, Josh Vincent, Kent. Man, there's all kinds of people. We really appreciate it. If you haven't hit the like or subscribe button, make sure you hit those because those help our analytics and stuff like that. Aaron Yee, there's more people. We really appreciate it. Hopefully we're bringing what you guys want to hear is what we're really trying to do. We're not trying to promote ourselves. We're not trying to sell you anything. We're just trying to bring content and make this all fun for everybody.
And we're also here to shout out Mel's alcohol. That he's going to be getting down tonight on getting down on that alcohol tonight on It's Drunken Chat, son. Make sure you guys join him. You guys do not want to miss It's Drunken Chat, son episodes. It's a lot of fun. It's late night. It's late night with Mel and the crew. And big shout out to Lucas Fashina and everybody over there. Lucas has got some killer spec that he talks about every episode. It's a lot of fun to watch.
I want to thank you for doing this. I didn't ask you to do that, and it surprised me. I really want to thank you, Brian, for doing that, taking time out to do that for me. Appreciate it.
Well, one thing that I, like Ben said, that I do want to say is that we're a community here, guys. So we all grow together, and let's have some fun. Let's bring fun back to comics again. Comics is being exciting right now. So let's spread the love. So that being said, gentlemen, let's call it a night. We will see you next week. Make sure you guys check out It's Drunken Chat, son. Adios.
We'll be starting soon.
Keep an eye on the Mighty Mel V channel, guys. The show's going to be coming up soon, so make sure you keep an eye on it.
Shout out to my man Solo Wookie here in the chat. My man Solo.
Yeah. Much love, Solo. We'll see you guys soon. That being said, we're out.